This lesson is on adverbs. Adverbs are words that describe verbs, which are action words. And it's kind of easy to remember because in the word adverb is the word verb, so we know it relates to verbs in some way, and they describe them. They tell how, they tell when, and they tell where. So let's look at some how adverbs. We have quietly, loudly, softly, slowly, quickly, and carefully. Those are all words that can be used to describe a verb. And notice that all of our how adverbs end in ly. So that's a real easy trick for identifying one kind of adverb. They end in ly. We also have our when adverbs that can describe verbs. They can say it's after, before, now, later, never, or today. And we also have where adverbs. Inside, outside, upstairs, here, everywhere, anywhere. So let's look at some sentences and see if we can identify the adverb. This first sentence says, she whispered softly to her friends. Now the verb in the sentence is whispered because remember, verbs are action words. Well, if we want to say how she whispered softly. So softly is our adverb. In the second sentence, I'd like to play before dinner. Our verb, our action word would be play. Well, describe play. I'm going to play before. So before is the adverb that describes the verb play. The next sentence says, can you run outside, please? Well, the verb would be run, and our where adverb would be outside. That describes where we're going to run. And our last sentence says, he shouted loudly at the game. Well, shouted is the verb, and loudly would be the adverb, because it describes how he shouted. He shouted loudly. Let's look at some more sentences. They wanted to swim today. Well, swim's our verb. Well, when did they want to swim? They wanted to swim today. That describes that. Let's rest upstairs. Well, rest is the verb. That's the action word. Upstairs would be the adverb because it tells where we're going to rest. She fixed the vase carefully. Well, fixed would be your verb. Well, how did she fix it? She fixed it carefully. And he will write his paper later. Write is the verb. When will he write it? He'll write it later. Later is our adverb. And that ends our lesson on adverbs today.